The world was still around, and Buu realized it was as well. Despite flying into the orb of light, it could feel its body. Well, their body, to be perfectly honest. He wasn't sure whose body it really was right now. He wasn't as much in pain as he was more numb. He also realized that there was ground beneath him, that he was laying down. So touch, that sense, returned first. Then there was smell. Something smelt slightly burnt, but only slightly. Then there was speech.
Boo! Wake up, buddy. Are you alright?
This was Hercule's voice that he could hear speaking. Still kinda scared, not fully sure about the status of the creature that he had been addressing, Buu opened his eyes, only to see the champ and his daughter, as well as the others standing over him. There was Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, the Namekians, the Kais, as well as all those humans, half Saiyans that he didn't remember the names of, and
Hercule. Alright, what are we gonna do with him? He cannot walk away from here scot-free.
Vegeta crossed his arms around his chest.
We should talk about your contributions to the chaos after we revive you.
The taller of the Namekians chimed in.
Oh, hey, you're awake!
Hercule's face brightened.
Tell me, is the other you in there?
Who's here?
Merely a portion of his stomach twisted to quickly show a tired face of his own persona, albeit slightly distorted. We are in a tough situation right here. The Supreme Kai hesitated. I know how dangerous he can be, and...
But please, have mercy on them, Kai. They were risking their lives to help us. Right, Boo?
Hercule nudged the entity slightly to go along with it. Well, I am keen on believing that the rounder one was truly helping. But the question is, though, is how much self-preservation was it on the part of the one we're looking at right now? Super Buu pondered this question himself. He couldn't hear the original one any longer. Now that everything had calmed down, it was weird, as if something that had always been with him was gone. But with it, some of the cravings had also gone. Mere hours ago, he would have loved to have killed and destroyed all the fools around him. Maybe with the exception of Hercule, but right now, all of that felt unnecessary. He was still a little peckish. Maybe he could do with some excitement food in a fight or two, but taking the lives of them didn't feel fun anymore. Maybe it didn't even feel right. And to his surprise, the other one he was sharing the body with, or given body, was silent, as if he wanted to allow some time to figure things out for himself. Maybe not so dumb after all.
What do we do? He thought loudly. We can help Hercule. We can get a lot of tasty treats for that.
We can make tasty treats, you know.
Sure, we can, but getting gifts is fun. Those guys are strong. We can have fun. We can have friends. Friends. Weird word. Mortal and honestly slightly limiting. But that was something new, and for a being as old as Buu, novelty feels motivating. We are not going to kill, unless you tell us to,
Super Buu uttered in a more ominous manner than he had planned.
I mean, that's kinda reassuring.
Goku tilted his head.
We can train together. I'm pretty sure that even without that third guy, you're pretty strong.
Hold on a minute, Goku. While they might be on a way to reformation, they cannot go completely without realizing exactly what they've done. They wiped out almost the entire population of this planet, said Shin.
Yeah, but everyone's back now, so no harm done, right?
The Saiyan smiled wildly.
I don't think it works that way, Goku.
The Namekian agreed with the Kai.
Also, people of the Earth would be wary of them.
Well, we can always ask Shenron to wipe out bad memories related to Buu.
Bulma, with the blue hair, the woman, suggested.
Wait, you guys could do that? And you let me take the credit for... omitted your involvement in the whole sale thing?
Hercule was shocked at this revelation. We value our privacy, sir. You seem to be better at gathering attention, as we just saw. Gohan gave the champ a very polite smile, then got very serious. I cannot morally agree, though, to changing people's memories like that. No, I think Buu should earn the people's trust.
Earn trust? What does that mean?
The creature looked at the young man, confused. You should help people around the world, get to know them, and show them they have nothing to fear from you. I'm sure that Hercule will gladly help you in that front. Gohan turned his head toward the man.
Yeah, of course. We can tell that together, the people, the heroes of Earth, I convince you that being good is better, and that you change. Don't you worry, buddies, I got your back. We are hungry.
Buu started to look around for some rocks, which Hercule quickly provided. It was immediately turned into a bagel, which was devoured promptly. Shin then gave Gohan a long look. Are you sure this man will be able to keep these two demonic entities in check? The son of Goku nodded and gave the Kai and his father a thumbs up. I'm very sure he will. All right, Majin Buu, you're sentenced to public service for now. You will be observed. If you misbehave one moment, there will be consequences.
Sounds like you're threatening me,
Super Buu muttered, again sounding more menacing than he intended. The Supreme Kai felt a little intimidated by that, but Piccolo chimed in.
What he meant to say was that in our world, if you do something bad, you have to make up for it. We pushed the bad one in the energy bowl. What more do you need?
Super Buu said. They may not feel that that's enough, Gohan shook his head. And who knows, maybe you will like helping people. It can be fun, you know.
Fun?
Again, some novelty. There were some old memories of companionship and happiness floating to the surface, but then again, were they even his memories or someone else's?
All right, let's do this,
Super Buu shrugged. And as such, it started the route of both the Boos being accepted into society. It wasn't easy. Hercule had to sell a very believable lie to make people less scared of the creature, and to make his previous plea make sense. He basically said that his special group of exorcists and part of his secret team to protect Earth had exorcised all the evil from the creature and destroyed it in his own witnessing, thanks to the help of everyone on the planet. Some people question why the Buu or Boos were allowed to roam without penalty around in the first place. But the champ was very effective in convincing a large part of the populace that it was itself a victim of an evil curse, and now it will do a lot to gain the trust of the people of Earth. However, there was a small group that thought that the hero of the world had been put under a charm himself by the evil entity that he was defending. But for now, that wasn't treated too seriously. Initially, Buu was motivated mostly by getting tasty treats from Hercule for a job well done. But very quickly, they started to genuinely enjoy their new role. From things like saving cats from trees, to saving people from natural disasters, to even transforming rocks into food to help out the global hunger issue. Buu had started to become a celebrity, and with each following month they started to garner the moniker of a friendly demon or a benevolent demon. But that wasn't everything they spent their time on for the following year doing these good deeds. Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and even Goten and Trunks, they finally learned the names of all of those mortals, took them in for some sparring sessions. Buu felt weaker without all the power that the original one had, but was formidable enough to be able to hold his own against the Saiyans, and also increase their own power. A new concept that was given to them was that of training and being able to grow through that training and exercising, something which the entities had never considered before. There are a lot of new experiences, tons of sugar, and very little killing, which honestly, they were okay with. The only caveat was the whole body switch. They couldn't fully figure it out outside of combat. There were times when they would be butting heads about which one should be the active one. Yes, Super Buu was grateful to his rounder self for saving him, but he wanted to be the one to experience the world as well. On the other hand, when it came to food, his more benevolent personality was more selfish at times. Nevertheless, it was more like sibling rivalry, squabbles, and a serious conflict of personalities that could send the world asunder. There was something nice about this companionship, kind of like family ties. They attempted to split with their helper Piccolo, but somehow they would always end up connected after a short while. Kind of like the fusion dance, but opposite. And the time of separation was hardly long enough for a light snack, not to mention an exciting adventure on their lonesomes. So, for now, they decided to give up that idea. Honestly, they kind of got used to this arrangement, but if they could find a permanent solution to be two separate beings, they would go for it. They also spent some more time with Hercule's family, realizing now that Gohan and Videl were an item. It was these two that were educating them about the world specifically. Super Buu even learnt how to read the human language. It was always fun to know what your favorite food was made of as well. But still, when they slept, they kept having those weird dreams. There was the wizard and the witch and the huge cauldron. Every time they tried to remember something from that long ago, this memory returned to them. Neither of them sure what to make of it and what it meant. Maybe that part of their memories vanished with the third one. It was hard to say. Initially, it wasn't annoying, but it became so frequent on dream nights that on occasions, Hercule noticed their anxiety. They weren't really sure what it meant, and their friends were always trying to reassure them that recurring dreams might have something to do with simple, everyday worries or unfinished business. Videl claimed that they'd read it in some kind of a magazine or something. Still, life on the whole was pretty good, and people, at least most of them, stopped hating him, and they had a purpose outside of eating and destroying, and companionship. This very much felt like an end of the story, right? Well, someone was following this story as well. In the twisted and tall halls of the Demon King Palace, there was a lot of confusion and worry. Apparently, their previous missing lord was gone. If the rumors were true, the one pretender to the throne as well as his right-hand Glind were now busy watching through the events. The servants weren't allowed into the throne room, but from time to time, they could hear screams and shrieks, proving to them that their possible future lord was not in a good mood. As King Gomer and Degesu watched through the events that had put Buu into his new life, a question was posed.
How are we dealing with this problem?
Well, to their luck, Dr. Aninsu, who just mysteriously appeared in the throne room, had an idea. The past was about to rear its ugly head. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now.